Hello, happy Sunday and good morning. Welcome to a Sunday cozy writing with me. Today is day 2 out of 4 of my writing challenge to myself to finish writing draft 5 of my project Crown, which is my Greek mythological fiction novel about the Amazons. And let's see who we have chatting right now. 1 second. I'm got a million tabs open. Okay, first up we have Tanya, who said, popping in to say hi. I'm working on a homework assignment and I have 20 minutes before I need to get ready. Perfect. Hopefully you're able to get your homework assignment in during this time. Leah, hello. Good to see you again. How are you today? I'm good. I'm kind of tired. I think just like pregnancy takes it out of me, but I am pushing through. How are you? What time is it in Paris? I'm always interested to know what time it is. We have Irene Hope writes, hello, currently at a cafe. Oh my gosh, hopefully, you're getting something yummy at the cafe. And feel free to drop whatever beverage you guys have in front of you. I am currently sipping out of my Hello Pumpkin cozy mug. I got this from, I think I got this as a gift years ago, but because I'm pregnant, I'm not allowed to drink a lot of coffee right now. So I have the tiniest bit of coffee because I'm not supposed to have a ton of caffeine. So I'm having coffee with a pumpkin creamer in it. And then also let me know in the comments what you guys are currently working on because I would love to know. Irene says, I'm going to be working on my secondary world paranormal mystery romance, Departure of Blood. Ooh, very cool. Paranormal mystery romance. I think that's so interesting. Mine is, I'll pull it up because I love a good spiral bound. This is what mine looks like. We are at the literal tail end, you guys, which is why I'm having to do these live streams, because the absolute lack of motivation I have to write right now is pretty high. So these live streams are really helpful to me because I need somebody to keep me accountable. I used to be so good pre-pregnancy, and since I've gotten pregnant, I'm like, I do not feel like writing. But for anybody that joined last night, we did really great. I got 3 chapters done, so I have 6 more left to go, which is exciting. So Irene Hope Wright says, hot chocolate and a prosciutto and provolone croissant. Oh my God, that sounds so good. The croissant was so good. Oh my God, I love prosciutto, and I have not been able to eat it since I've been pregnant, and I cannot wait. Literally the day I give birth, I want my husband to bring me wine, sushi, and prosciutto. That's what I want. Leah says it's 5 p.m. here. Okay, so way better than last time, because I feel like the time we live streamed together, it was very early, and then when you came to my very first live stream, it was really early, so I'm glad that this is a normal time for you. I had a lot of disappointment today, so I need to chill out a bit, but glad to catch her live and say hello. Oh, I'm so sorry that you didn't have a good day. I hope that you're able to relax and chill and, maybe have a hot beverage and maybe light a candle. I know that always helps me feel better, but I hope your day gets better. So let's see. On the docket, I was thinking for today we could do 2 30-minute sprints. I feel like that's my sweet spot. Yeah. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and set up the timer real quick in my document. And let me get the timer going. All right. And we're going to set up 30 minutes. All right, and without further ado, really quick, Leah says, nothing bad, but just stuff's not working the way we want it to. Oh, I'm sorry. Ugh, I hate that for you. I really hope you have better things coming up your way. Gosh, I just especially during the weekend too. Anyways, I have the timer set, and I'm going to go ahead and start the timer, and I will see you guys in the next 30 minutes. Alrighty, the timer is officially up. How did everyone do on that sprint? Let me know. I did well. I am very happy with the progress I made. So I got essentially, I got like a chapter, I got chapter 50 completely revised. So essentially, like, put the edits in and then reread it, and I was very happy with that. And then I started chapter 51, so I put the revisions in, but I haven't actually went back and reread it, so I need to do that. But chapter 51 is like the climax. So I'm very excited to kind of like, get into that and really dig deep in this next sprint for that. Oh, let's see. Tanya says that she has to go. Have fun, everyone. Well, thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us, Tanya. It was really nice to see you on this nice, cozy Sunday morning. I hope you have a great day. Irene says 397 words. That is amazing. Congrats, Irene. Love that for you. Leah says, didn't manage to write, didn't feel like it, so instead I'm going to video edit. That is also amazing. Here's the thing about video editing that I think anybody who isn't a YouTuber doesn't understand is just the time commitment that video editing takes. And I honestly think that's probably why I haven't been as active making like YouTube videos lately, is because it does take so much time, which is kind of why I think I've really been enjoying these live streams more, is because I don't have to edit anything, and then it just like automatically goes up to YouTube, so that's great. But yeah, no, I was really happy with the progress of that sprint, and it seems like everyone got well, not everyone, but it seems like people were productive in their own way as well. So I'm only counting one chapter done, so that means I still have, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I still have 5 chapters to go, so we are slowly but surely making our way towards the finish line of draft 5, you guys. I'm just so ready to be done with this. Also, last lines. Oh my gosh. Or if not last line, like any line that you want to share. Or since you're video editing, Leah, if you want to share what video you're editing, that'd be super interesting to know too. Let's see. I did not mark a line that I really liked before checking back in, so I guess I will just do a last line, but let me make sure it's not a spoiler. Okay, it's not a spoiler. Okay, so I'll share. She could feel his gaze on her as she left, but she wasn't worried about having her back to him. He would not harm her. Dun dun dun. So that is the last sort of scene before the big climax, which is the next chapter that I'm going to be working on. Also, if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the chat. I feel like I'm really bad about mentioning that as well. Oh, let's see what Leah said. I'm doing a video about my new sewing workshop. Oh, that's really cool. When you say workshop, are you doing like a workshop with other people, or are you like creating a workshop in your home? My mom growing up was really into sewing. I mean, she's still into sewing. That was like her kind of thing. And she had a sort of workshop in our home. And I remember as a kid going in there and trying to like touch her sewing scissors, and that was like a big no-no growing up. It's like I could not touch her sewing scissors. And even to this day, if I go in her workshop and I'm like looking at her sewing scissors, she's like, don't even think about it. Irene has a last line. The last one suggested everything we've already tried and leeches. Seasons, damned leeches, hard to find with only one lake. Very cool, very cool. So we have seasons and leeches. Interesting. I have questions. Like, I really want context. Like, what's happening? Oh, okay, you did put context. Talking about a doctor. Okay. Interesting. Ooh, I feel like your book is going to be one that of course I want to pick up everyone's book, but like I'm really intrigued about yours. What draft are you in? I don't think I know, actually. So Leah says, I'm renting a co-workshop for now, but it's expensive and far away. So I take advantage of my roommate moving out to set up a workshop at my house. LOL, yes. There was a time period where I had 3 roommates, and when this was back, oh gosh, I don't know, a couple years ago. And when one moved away, I literally turned it into my office space, and that became like my YouTube camera editing room until we got another roommate, and then I had to like move it back in. Is there anything that you're sewing right now that you're working on? I did not get the sewing gene from my mom. I did sew a little bit growing up. I made like pillows and a blanket, like things that weren't very difficult. But my mom was always really good at like the finer details. Like she made all my dresses growing up, and she embroidered a lot of my stuff. She doesn't do embroidery anymore. I think she got rid of that sewing machine. But I was telling my husband, I was like, honestly, now that I'm going to be a mom, maybe I like need to learn how to sew, because, you know, like kids' clothes, like they get torn up or like whatever. So Irene says, I am on my first draft, and this is a new chapter. And this is in a new chapter 1 I'm adding on compared to my initial start. Oh, interesting. Okay, so you're kind of like redoing the beginning of your first draft. The first chapter, honestly, is always so hard because I feel like there's so much advice out there about like, oh, you should do this with your first chapter, or you should do like this, and it sets such a precedent for the rest of the book. So it always feels like a lot of pressure, you know? I'm always like, oh my gosh, like what should my first chapter be? Something that helped me with my first chapter was, I honestly thought about it like a movie scene, and I don't know if that's like recommended, but it really helped me with my book. And I've actually kept the first chapter the way it is. It's a pretty lengthy chapter, but I really, really like my first chapter. So good luck on yours. Leah said, I have a commission I need to do next week. A fancy coat for a medieval lord with fur-trimmed edges. Very cool. Leah, I know you do, I don't exactly know what it's called, but like you dress up in a medieval environment. I want to say the wrong word, but that's really cool that you have a commission for that. We love monies. JK Lambo says, hi everyone, how are you all? Hi, welcome back. It was so nice for you to come in yesterday, and it's so happy to see you again today. We are currently just talking about what we did during our first sprint. So I finished 1 chapter, and Leah did some sewing. Irene also worked on a first chapter. So we all had very productive things. Ari says, first chapters are so hard. Yes, they are. Also, if you guys aren't tracking, Ari has a new podcast coming out with Mick, and I believe it comes out Tuesday. So Ari, feel free to drop all those deets in the chat if you want to. I love listening to podcasts when I'm walking my dog, especially right now because the foliage in my backyard is just so gorgeous, and we have a really nice walking trail. So I actually have already mentally prepared myself to listen to it for when I do my dog walk. Irene says, it is. I started last year with what's now chapter 2, but I think this new chapter helps set up the life before a bit better. Yes, that totally makes sense. Sometimes I feel like I did I don't know what it's actually called, but I just call it a bird's eye view, where essentially after I finished my first draft, I did I think they're called backwards outlines, but essentially I wrote, chapter 1 and a sentence of what the chapter was, and I did that for the entire book. And then I ended up kind of plugging and playing where things were in the book. And so sort of like you with your chapter moving, I had that happen where I actually ended up moving some chapters around to make the timeline flow better. And I think that really did a lot of good things for my book. So I totally get where you're coming from. Yes, first episode drops tomorrow. Amazing. So exciting. Feel free to let us know what the first episode is about. I don't know if you're allowed to say or not. Leah says, yes, can't wait to hear all about this new podcast. Yes. So it's so funny. Mick was like the very first person from YouTube who followed me on Instagram. Like, I didn't even know about the writing community back in the day. I just like made YouTube videos about writing, but the algorithm hadn't set me up with like seeing more writers. So I found onesies and twosies writers, kind of like the big ones, but not like the actual community. And then when I followed Mick back, and I've never told Mick this, and this is like one of my goals is to tell Mick this one of these days. Like one time we were supposed to be on a live stream together, and then she ended up not being able to join. But like following Mick helped me find the writing community on YouTube. So I'm always just like a really big fan of Mick, because I literally would not know about the writing community on YouTube if it was not for Mick. So Irene says, so excited for it. It's going to be fun. Yes, it is. Ari says, thanks everyone. You all are the best. We are so excited to support. And then Irene says, looking forward to the first episode, Ari. Yes. So we are all excited for this new podcast. Woot. So I guess this is probably the time where I should prep for the next sprint. I'm thinking probably another 30 minutes. So I don't know why I'm breathing heavy. I think it's probably because I'm pregnant. But let me set up the timer. Okie doke. All right. Timer is set. We're going to do another 30 minutes and be super productive. So I will see you guys on the other side. Alrighty, and that completes our second and final sprint for today. How did that go for everyone? I finished the climax scene, so it was a lot. It was like so tragic. I like, of course, I know what's gonna happen in the scene. This is draft 5 after all. I've read it a couple times. I've written it a couple times, but rereading it again, I was just like, God, this is so tragic. So what I have found in a lot of draft 5, since I'm doing line edits, is that I am tightening up a lot of what I am writing. But in this particular scene, I actually found myself expanding and trying to let more moments breathe within the scene to make sure that the emotions that I am intending for the reader actually come across. And so it was a good scene, but oh my gosh, so emotional. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's see. We have Leah, who said she wrote 77 words. So happy for you and proud of you, because I know you were setting up your workshop, but you got some writing in too, so that's amazing. So yeah, and then before I forget, let me just mention, so this was day 2 of 4 of my personal writing challenge to write every single day and live stream as a tool for accountability. I am planning on live streaming tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if anyone is free and wants to write or just come hang out, feel free to come back tomorrow at 4. I'll be on doing this all over again. So today I finished 2 chapters on this stream, and that means that I have 4 chapters left to go, which is really, 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 really exciting. It feels so surreal to know that I'm at the tail end of this manuscript, and, starting to think about literary agents and all the documents that I'll need to pitch and all that kind of stuff. But I'm definitely savoring these kind of moments right now on the live streams and, writing, because it feels like an end of an era. Like, it's not, because I still have a long way to go. Like, I still need to get an agent and I still need to, go on submission. But, it feels really good to know that this is in a good enough place where I feel comfortable doing that. So anyways, that's going to be it for today, you guys. I am going to pop off here and enjoy the rest of my Sunday, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday too. And thank you so much for coming to hang out. This has been so fun. I'm really, really enjoying these live streams way more than I thought I would. Because when I first did this, I was like, I think I'm insane for setting up 4 streams back to back. But this has been really fun and really, really helpful to me. So thanks so much for hanging out with me. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day as well.